Hi guys, it's Jaden. Welcome back to my channel. Today is another episode on toxic relationships, dynamics. And today I'm going to dive into insecure people. And the insecurity will kind of manifest in two major ways. And one being a kind of a passive, down on themselves, like, not willing to make any change because they don't feel worthy type of insecure people, and how that can cause toxicity in your relationship. And also somebody else who's more proactive and vindictive and who lashes out of their insecurity. So let's first cover the one that is more passive. Okay, so this is somebody who is, kind of always not that happy with their lives. They're kind of complainers, and they're kind of like, you always see them wanting help. Like, and if they're your friend, they're your significant other, your family, you love them, so you want to help them. So, but the pattern is, which causes the, dysfunction and the abuse, is that, and these are very nice people. They come from a place where they're nice. They're actually very people pleasing in a way, and they're like not one to ever say anything harsh to you and stuff like that. Okay, so you think like, how can this person be dysfunctional with? I mean, how can this cause toxicity? Well, how it happens is that they are seeking help, but will never really feel worthy or the self-confidence to make the change and solve whatever problems they have in their life. So if you are in that dynamic, are going to be the one who will continue to pour your uplifting, energy, your knowledge, your help, your like enthusiasm, and they will shoot it down, or they will not make a change. So, and the part that's really, really annoying is sometimes, they'll present you with a problem. You continue to uplift them. Reassurance, that's a big one. They need constant reassurance. They are very insecure, so they need you to, kind of say the things that doesn't hurt them, or it doesn't, you don't misunderstand them when, they're grown people. We're talking about adults in all these videos with this topic. They're grown people. They're responsible for themselves and their happiness. You're not, and in a roundabout way, they kind of, are very attractive to people who have, fixing issues, that like people who are like want to help people too much and like always want to fix friends and their partners and stuff like that. Those two kind of will, gravitate towards each other and keep each other's like dysfunction in their personalities alive. But if you are somebody who has worked on yourself and who takes a look at your own insecurities, and because we all have them, no judgment on being insecure. Like, everybody has insecurities and is insecure to some degree. I am for sure. But there's a difference when you start to be self-aware and you look at it and you take responsibility for yourself and your emotions and your actions and your choices in life, versus, being a victim or lashing out. So if you're somebody that is more balanced, you will find that your help is going nowhere. It just gets dumped into this it's this drying up person, and it's endless. You keep putting in effort, they keep shooting you down, or they, you calm them down for the moment. 2 weeks later, 2 days later, they come back with the same issue, complain, whining. I have very limited tolerance for this. It's very draining, and I don't deserve that. I have enough. We all have enough on our own plates. I deserve to thrive. So if I sense these days, for years now, actually, when I sense this type of dynamic in my relationships, I, very silently wish them well on their own way, and they will be out of my experience. Because as I've grown wiser, I've realized, not all relationships are meant to be forever. They're sometimes meant to be a period of time. Some people stay forever, but you just learn that you're no longer good for each other when it gets to a certain point. And if you're the one who's more self-aware and aware of the situation, you go ahead and take that initiative and just, let it be on its way, because there's work that needs to be done on both ends, separately. That pretty much is the prototype for kind of the insecure version, the passive version that can still turn out to be detrimental and dysfunctional. Now the other one, and by the way, this personality I've had many experience with, like both of these, but I've had a lot of family and friends who fall into, and significant others who fall into this kind of like insecure, needy, need reassurance kind of category. And so I worked on myself a lot, because in the beginning, I had tendencies to be more of like a fixer dysfunction, where I would spend a lot of my energy trying to like fix people and then complain about the work and the kind of the misery that comes with it. But I was doing that to myself. I chose, right? So that definitely was me taking a look at myself. Anyways, now this next type is the more aggressive insecure. These people are deeply insecure, and the way they're handling it isn't self-pity, isn't needing reassurance. Well, kind of, but it's in a very aggressive, lashing out, hurtful way, and it is narcissists. Okay? It is a disorder, and I have a very close family member that I've dealt with my entire life who has this disorder. It is very, very toxic. Extremely toxic. Okay? Let's break it up into, well, let's talk about men and women narcissists together first, like just as an umbrella. These are very deeply wounded people who has no capacity to really put themselves in anybody else's shoes. They're very self-centered, self-serving. Their universe is driven by false ego, the need to fulfill that void of insecurity, but they don't have the ability or the tools, or just they're born this way sometimes, to feel. They oftentimes mimic emotions of love, happiness, companionship. And they don't have the ability or the capacity to be self-aware and take a look at themselves. And so their whole purpose is they've created this delusion of self, which is very grandiose and like, they're the center of everything. They're the right one, the savior, the hero, but in their delusional story of themselves, they don't realize that, they live in a world where there's other people. So, and their whole thing is they will try to be better than everybody else around them. Better car, better looking, more money, better status. Achieving like high status is the big thing for these people. Manipulation, lies just comes like it's like eating for them. They do it so well and so often that it's just insanity. It truly is. And they're very, very insecure. So if you're somebody who is balanced and has work on yourself and is aware, and you simply have boundaries and you're just an authentic person, you don't fit in their delusion. So oftentimes, if you're the genuine person and you come in contact with a narcissist, you will very quickly cause a narcissistic injury. That's what they call it. Which is you don't mirror what they see themselves, like this, you know, top of the world, king, queen, like just like you don't fit into their delusion, and you say no to them. Or, okay, this threatens them to no end. They don't like that. Most of them will very quickly start to cut you down. They see you as a competition then, and they'll gossip about you and try to bring you down. It's socially. These are very insecure, reactive, and like hurtful people. So that's kind of the umbrella. Now let's go into, we'll do the male first, all right? So there's the male version, and these are more specific towards like romantic relationships. So the male version, like the narcissist men generally will, they're charmers, because in the female psyche, it's, you know, romance ties into like emotions and feelings and stuff, or men. So when they're charming, whether women or men, they go for like that, like, you know, that romance, like rom-com hero, like leading boyfriend, like sweep you off your feet, like suddenly getting all these flowers, presents, you know, saying everything you want to hear. Like they're there for you. They go out of their way. They're just like, they're so into you. Like you guys just have this deep, right off the bat. Okay. There's like a total urgency to their pursuits of women and men. But what you'll find is very quickly that act can't be kept up because that's not them. It's a character they're playing. So then very quickly you'll realize like, wait, there's this huge drop in contrast of that and then who they really are. And what they want is they want to manipulate, by making you feel like that they're amazing and you can't live without them. And they're, you know, just this, like your savior in a way. They tend to attract, the first archetype, which is like the needy, insecure, needing the validation. So they'll attract somebody like that very quickly. They'll actually sniff these people out, the insecure ones out, and just grab them with their claws, because that's the perfect for them. You cater to them. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. They're the best. It's all about them. They take what they want, and you stroke their ego. They're happy. And when they're done with you, they move on to another person, most of the time behind your back, and you don't even know it, because these people can lie and scheme without, like, with real emotion behind it, because they're not even emotions, they're mimicked. So it's so easy. And these people are without, like, morals or conscience. So it's like, it's really hard. They actually believe that they're good guys in their delusion. And their delusion is such a huge part of them that's reality for them. So if you have somebody like this in your experience, it's, you know, my credit to you. It is not easy to deal with somebody like this. I unfortunately had to deal with somebody like this my entire life. And I am ever strong because of it, because it takes a lot of self-awareness to get through this type of abuse. So let's go more to the female version of the narcissist. So the female, instead of like with like the grandiose, you know, feelings that the men use to manipulate women and gay men, the female will manipulate with sex. Because they know like sex is important to us guys, and they'll be highly sexual very quickly, and they'll make you feel like you are the king, and with them by your side, you can conquer all the kingdoms. Okay. Because then you need them. And that's when they will start to manipulate. Okay. And control you and make you do what they say and do what they want. And the female narcissist is very like look oriented. So in fact, it's ironic. Like a lot of these narcissists are in very high status positions. They look great. They're, you know, seeming like they have a perfect life. They have like material status and stuff like that. So, you know, it's not rare to encounter a very attractive one. So these girls can be, you know, just very outward focused, and they don't like competition. They're major gossipers. They will tear other girls down in however way. They're always feeling like other girls are jealous of them. And, you know, all the men in the room is checking them out. And even those ones that aren't, they'll think that they're pretending they're not to get their attention because they're just so centered around themselves, these narcissist women. So it's just the same thing in a slightly different format with the romantic dynamics. But, you know, they do it to other women too. Like, if they have a gay lover, they will use the same manipulation. They pretty much what is that word called? Not format, but like the system, how they manipulate is to use what you crave most. But that only works if you haven't worked on yourself, guys. So if you work on yourself, be self-aware, spend time. And I'm wrapping back, you know, to what this message of this video is, you know, truly about. It's not just about, you know, going all out on, you know, feeling negativity with these type of dysfunctions, but it's about, we need to spend time with ourselves. We need to spend time being aware of our own patterns first. We need to address them if there's chronic issues of why we're unhappy. The answers are always within ourselves. We're not going to find fulfillment through somebody else. And if you do, it's very temporary and it's not real. Okay, so I highly want to put that message out there. If you're feeling unhappy, if you're feeling stressed, if you're feeling like certain elements of your relationships or health or mental health or fulfillment isn't where you want it to be and isn't where is optimal, spend time with yourself first. Love yourself so much that you will make yourself the priority. Spend time with yourself, getting help, getting good help, getting support on that path, because it is through yourself and the love with yourself that you're going to find that happiness first. And then if somebody else comes along who is a match to that, which they will be because you've changed yourself, so your gravitation towards your significant other isn't going to be dysfunctional, and you will then be able to be happy with somebody else. Whether it's friends or family member or romantic relationship. And so it's so like, it is so beautiful that the answer is always within us and it's always within our power. Okay. You don't need somebody else. You don't need to, look for it on the outside, and it doesn't need to be out. I mean, it's not out of reach. It's always within reach in ourselves. So yeah, guys, I hope you're enjoying these videos. As you can tell, I'm super like passionate and have a lot of experience in this. I just, my whole life, I've really focused on, you know, relationships, dynamics, self-awareness, and all that stuff. So I love sharing this stuff. Hope you're enjoying the video and the day. Subscribe, like, share, comment. Check out my Facebook group. Other than that, have a great day, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks, guys. Bye.